hear how much people love a change up from the status quo. And if you're that way, don't worry, you're getting that today with the vlog. Now, if you're familiar, I usually start it from my room, or sometimes I have started it from when I'm driving it. But with the comic book shop I go to in Fraser, Comics Corner, a very popular one, by the way, at least in the area, I have never gotten there late. I get there right on open. Today is very different. I woke up 2.5 hours late. And now to most people, what does it matter, Corey? You know, I go the night of New Comic Book Day. I go the weekend after. Hey, if you're able to still get your books, I'm very happy for you, because that stinks. Like, I'm fortunate enough, I get to go the morning of New Comic Book Day if I want to. But today, I woke up late. So here's what might happen. First, very important, I noted already, it's a popular comic book shop. Things will get grabbed quickly. That's why I have a pull box now. But I wasn't super specific with, like, some of the stuff I gave him, which has kind of helped out. So, like, Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, all the absolutes, he'll pull cover A. So today, for sure, I think I'm cool on Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, and Flash. I don't know if there was any other variant covers, but I guess I can check when I get there if there's anything else I want. But I think I'm fine with cover A's. One of the first thing that comes to mind that I'm scared about not being able to get is, one, the new Phantom of the Opera run. I don't know if it's super popular or not, but I wanted that for me and my girlfriend, since she has been, wow, a huge fan since she was a little girl. And she got me into it within the last year, and I think it's really cool. It's not necessarily, oh, my favorite thing ever, but I have an interest in it. 2, about a month ago exactly, especially with how comic books work, you know, new issue every month, we got Iron Man by Joshua Williamson, issue number 1. What was really cool is they had Scotty Young do a connecting variant for that with his beautiful, like, really cute and cool chibi style with a couple different, like, Iron Man suits and stuff. And I've seen over the course of issue 2 and 3, we even get, like, a Hulkbuster on issue 3, we get War Machine in issue 2, and you get to put them next to each other if you're not familiar with connecting covers. If you are, I'm just preaching to the choir. But it'll make a nice little, like, design of all these, like, Scotty Young chibi style characters. But it's popular. That's the problem. And I didn't pull it technically, so I have to hope to God that they have it, because last time when I was there, they only had 2 of these Scotty Young variant covers set out. I assume they probably ordered more and just didn't put them on the shelf, but I don't know. And what stinks is I already I already bought the first one, so if I don't get the second one, that's gonna really stink. Now, like I said, I'm fortunate enough, I have polls, I'm going there decently early, I think I should be fine, but we'll see. Also, if you're wondering what I got for breakfast, I actually switched it up today too. Not necessarily purposeful, just what felt right, and I got Dunkin' Donuts. This is one of their 2, like, special, I guess, drinks, or so drinks of the day or drinks of the month or what. I'm not sure how they do it, but it was something cocoa, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it. The top was just like a nice, like, chocolate layer, and I was like, ooh, interesting. Not even necessarily syrup or anything. I don't know what the consistency is, but yeah, it looked kind of good on the menu. And then I love This Always Falls. I also got 2 donuts, and here's what I got: double chocolate glazed and frosted. I just wanted chocolate glazed, but I accidentally said it wrong, and then a chocolate frosted with no sprinkles. I was gonna start this clip by saying, you know what, I wasn't stressing too much, but it worked out. But I was kind of stressing. I was a little nervous, and let's say that it worked out part was pretty accurate. So I'm gonna get home real quick and show you guys everything I got. Let me just say, I've had some really good hauls in my time collecting comics, single issue ones, since last May. Free Comic Book Day is when I really started getting into the hobby. This is one of the better ones. If there's 2 morals I want you to leave this video with, it's 1, it never hurts to ask, unless it's a crazy question, and 2, New Comic Book Day usually can give you everything you want and more. Let's get straight to it. There's also an old, insane pickup I got today, so make sure you stay to the end to see what it is. Starting off first, I got brand new, all of this basically this week. I don't think I got anything old but that one I just teased. We got new history of the DC Universe, the Dakota incident. I don't know enough about Milestone, but I'm interested. So this seemed like the perfect way to get into it. This is like a, hey, here's what happened in the events of, like, the Milestone comics. Here's the characters that were important to it. here you go, a nice wrap up of it. And what's really great, coming out during Black History Month, really putting on a pedestal all that of their black POC characters and the people who really need the limelight right now. I saw a bunch of people saying, DC, you're doing so good with your comics, but we have little to no representation. Marvel does such a great job. DC, if they can add that to their list, they're just knocking out of the park. The only person that gives them competition is Image, but really great to see that. Hopefully we get more milestone stuff. Next, we got Punisher #1. This is by, Percy. Something Percy, I believe, is the writer. I saw this variant on Comic Geeks. I honestly thought it was going to be harder to get than it was. I think they only had one set out, so maybe I got lucky. Otherwise, this was like, I figured this would be upcharged. It wasn't. It was just the usual, like, $1 extra that they do on variants, like, naturally. So I was really happy to get it. Otherwise, I was fine with, honestly, just the normal #1. After that, I honestly thought this was Image, but it's a Vertigo title. We have Brutal Dark, more specifically called The Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane Mystery. I know little to nothing about this. That's how I like it. I want to go in blind and just get to experience it. Now, a trend with a couple books here. I think one of them is later on in the stack, but you'll see in a second. Green Lantern 32. From what I've heard, this is Legacy, I think, $5.99, about to be $600. Kyle Rayner is taking over at $600, so I think this is the issue Hal's going to fully retire. From what I can tell, there was those, like, scary, I almost said flashbacks, but they're technically, like, future visions of Hal potentially being evil again with something he saw in the Book of Evil. The Book of Oa. The Book of Evil. Are we serious? It's like, that'd be like the crime syndicate for the Book of Oa. Okay. Sorry. But he saw himself potentially being evil. What I think it is that I think has already kind of been revealed is it's just Krona pretending to be him. So either this is a fake retirement and he's going to come back to help Kyle, or he is retiring. People actually think it's Hal because they don't see him. He's off somewhere else. And this is going to be their way of really highlighting Kyle and pushing him to be the main Green Lantern for the next however long. Hopefully a while. Kyle deserves it. I barely even said anything about it. I got this variant cover by Ethan Young. Beautiful. Hal and Kyle back to back just fighting stuff and being ready. I love this. People are like, oh, I like Kyle more. I like Hal more. I like Hal more just a little bit. But I like seeing them partnered up more than anything. Speaking of partnered up, a great segue there. I got this variant by Stephen Byrne, I believe is how you say it. This has been my profile pic, I think, on my Core Collects TikTok account for a while now. I just think it's funny and cute, and it's him and Star Sapphire looking like having the time of their lives, especially for such an important issue, so that's really cool. I lied. 2 back issues in this stack. We got the Miranda Brothers Arcadia by Ignition Press. They had a couple of each, so I tried to go for cool numbers. I think this one they only had 2 of issue #2, so I just went for the lower number. I got 1416 for that one. If you're not familiar, I'll say it really quick. Ignition Press or Ignition Comics, whatever they go by, I think just Ignition Press, they actually put the serial numbers on the comic. So if they say, hey, this is a 20,000 run, or what do you call it? Oh my gosh. If they put out 20,000 copies, you can see exactly what copy yours is, so you know that they're not on some BS. Issue #3, I got the lowest number. I got 114. They also had 360. I kind of wish I got 360. Really cool covers, by the way, here. And really entertaining story. I probably should have just got 2 and waited to see if I really, really like it for 3, but I already really liked the first, so I think I'm safe. Speaking of really like the first issue, Final Boss, I think one of the few 5 out of 5 first issues for me. This series is really fun. It really plays off the name, like Final Boss. It gives video game vibes with the statistics and the, like, almost like leveling up. Really cool idea. It could have really been corny or cringy. It's not. It's so fun. So Final Boss issue #4. This is, I think, the 2nd or 3rd cover. Or is this the A? This might actually be the A. I think they also did a B or C cover that looks like the rest, because this one looks a lot different. But this was my favorite. I think it actually is the A. Wow. Next up, another indie. We have Mad Cave is Ted Okay. A lot of the Mad Cave stuff has been popping off, like the what is it? The Hippo Cocaine Massacre or whatever. I got that just being like, this looks fun, let me get it. And now it's like $30 or $40 on eBay. Is Ted okay? Will it do the same thing? I don't know. But the cover looks really fun, so that's all I got it for. And to support the indies. And Mad Cave, the Hippo Cocaine Massacre, seemed really fun. So next up, wow, we got a trend of the indies. This is, let's be honest, this is like the big 3. Everybody always talks about the big 2. This is the big 3. We got Image Comics, Phantom of the Opera, issue #1. This was really special to me. I talked about this earlier. And I was talking about how I was scared I would miss out.
they had quite a few copies. So either people aren't picking up on this or they don't know whether it's going to be good or not. But there was a lot of really cool variants for this. And what I love, they put the variants on the back so you can actually see. So if you want to look at those and see like, oh, I want that one, whatever. There is a couple like incentive ones. I really wanted this. I think my girlfriend even said that one was really cool. So I wanted to get that for her, but they didn't have it. But I was able to snag a couple different covers. I think I got 4 of this just to show my girlfriend and be like, which one do you want? You pick. Because she has loved this shit since she was a kid, the whole idea of Phantom of the Opera. I think she's seen the original. She's seen the Gerard Butler, by the way. That dude has a voice on him. You see him in movies, you're like, damn, he can act. And then you're like, damn, he can sing. Really good. But I got all 4 covers. Oh, sorry. I got 4 of the, like, 12 covers. I got this cover A here. I got cover. Oh, that's awesome. They have it right there. Cover C. This one's really cool. It has, I think it's Christine or Christina on the front and the eye in the back. Terrifying, but so cool. And the whole theater, too. We got this one where I think, again, Christina's singing and he looks menacing on the cover. This is cover B. And then finally, cover D. We have the black and white of that. I think my girlfriend Acadia said she really liked this one, so I'm really happy about that. This one was marked up, but I think it was like a 1 in 25. So not that marked up, and really happy to get it. Another indie, and I think my first ever from Oni Press, I got Murder Drones. Looks really cool. I'll have to see what it's like and how much I like it. But yeah, I figured I'd give it a chance. And a lot of these number ones are popping off. So you almost are kind of incentivized to get them just in case they do. But I'm getting it more to try out different, I guess, indies and companies and just writers in general. So hopefully that ends up being good. One of the only ones I missed out on, and I think I'm going to order it online or see if I can find it at a comic book shop eventually, is Justice League Unlimited had a really nice Star Sapphire cover I forgot to ask for. But here's the main one I got pulled. This is Justice League Unlimited, issue number 16. This is Terrific 10, Part 5. I assume this is going to be the conclusion. My brain today. But I actually think I might have seen a Part 6. I think Part 6 might be the conclusion. Honestly, I'm kind of excited for it to go back to what it was. But the Terrific 10 has been pretty fun so far, and getting to see the different people that we don't usually. Here is the cover I was talking about earlier for Green Lantern issue number 32. This is awesome. I've been loving the stuff where it's Hal and Star Sapphire. This with him giving her the ring. There was one where they have their hands together and it was like star-crossed, or it said, and they're holding hands with their ring showing. Bunch of different stuff. Love to see it. I hope they end up being happy. We've had so long of them being like that on and off again, or just like butting heads. So it's really cool that Jeremy Adams is doing that. Next up, we got Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 9. This had some cool variants I was really tempted to bite on. I didn't, but trust me, I was tempted. Can't wait for this. Issue number 8 was great. And leading up to this, we have the Martian being taken. Are they going to do experiments on him? Are they going to kill him? I don't know, but I'm excited. Speaking of excited, another great segue. Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 17 with Giganta on the cover. They teased, and I was actually not like really annoyed, but slightly. They teased the Suicide Squad and basically Wonder Woman being helpless against Zatanna. And they're like, they kind of hit you with that. And that's all for issue number, what is it? Issue number 16. Come back next time. It's a common thing in comics, but that one specifically, I was like, dude, you had me. You had me so hooked. I was like, Absolute Suicide Squad? I didn't hear anything about this. Like, that's sick. And then it was like, but next time. So little rug pull. I'm not even that mad. At first, I was a little like, I felt burnt. I was a little salty, but the month went by so fast, I don't care. What you were waiting for, and one of the main ones I was talking about, I want this so bad, and I'm scared I won't get it, and why I started this clip, whatever you want to call it, this specific segment of the vlog. I said, it never hurts to ask, as long as it's not a weird, like, question. When I got up to the register, I had looked in their display case for the more expensive variants and covers. Like, sometimes they'll do a first print of something that's old. Otherwise, they'll do a variant cover that's like an incentive, and they have it marked up. I was like, I had went up to the shelf where Iron Man 2 would be. No Scotty Young. So then I look in the display case. No Scotty Young. When I'm checking out, I asked the shop owner, I think Dan or Danny, at Comics Corner, I said, is there any chance that you have the Scotty Young connecting variant for number 2? He's like, yeah, I got some over here. Go shit right there. Thank God I asked. They were put to the side, and I think they were under the stack. So I ended up getting it. I told him, I was like, thank you. I'm so glad that you have that, because it was one of the first connecting covers that I'm making sure to get. Like, I might randomly have one in my collection I don't know about. This is like the first one I'm making sure to get. And if I messed up at issue number 2, I would have been so mad. But yes, they have it. This one has War Machine. I don't know what specific models those are of Iron Man, but you get that tease of Hulkbuster's arm, and I can't wait for that in issue number 3. I don't know how far this is going, if it's 3 issues they're doing a connecting cover, or even 4 or more. That would be sweet. Just having a wall of a bunch of the different models. If they end up getting around to it, I would love to see the, like, green suit. I think it's in the model, like, high 20s or 30s. It kind of looks like Green Lantern and Iron Man. I know we have Iron Lantern. That'd be great. I don't think they do that, though. But it almost looks like a Green Lantern Iron Man suit. I hope they do that one. And then I think the code name for it's Igor. The, like, big one with, like, the head down is blue. I'd love to see that, too. Now, you guys have been waiting very patiently. I just teased it with that display case that sometimes they have first printings. Now, this is an older issue. It's not that old, sadly. Some people maybe got their hopes up with some old Amazing Spider-Man or some really old Batman, like a Ra's al Ghul first appearance or something like that. It's not that old. I don't got that type of money. What I do, and I might have spent around what it's worth, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, and I probably could have waited and maybe found a better deal. But I really wanted to strike while the iron's hot before I can't anymore, like an Absolute Batman #1 first printing. Absolute Wonder Woman issue #1 first printing. Now, this was $30. If I got a bad deal and I went for it too soon and probably could have got a better one, you can let me know down in the comments. I'm fine with hearing it. I don't really care, though, not in a mean way. I have wanted this so bad, and Absolute Martian Manhunter issue #1's next. I just barely missed that. I think I got 2 on all first print, but I really want to go back and get that. Absolute Batman, I don't know if I'll ever get. I have a 4th printing, but it's a variant cover for that, so I don't know if I'll ever get that. But I want to have all the Absolutes first printing. I think I have Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, although it's the foil cover, but honestly I kind of prefer it. Almost Martian Manhunter, and then what else? I guess I'll have all the other ones. I have Absolute Evil too. I'm blanking. Is that it? Anyways, but really happy to have this. This is so sick. In my dreams, if I get to go to cons where they're at, I would love to have this signed by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman, and have this be one of the first comics that I grade. This is really cool, and I'm assuming that this will only go up in price like Absolute Batman did. Obviously, Absolute Batman is kind of a different beast. But Absolute Wonder Woman's writing is fire too. I think it's just because how many people like Batman specifically. But I think when Wonder Woman gets some big stuff in movies and shows that she has been deserving for a while, this will go up in price. Otherwise, we might see an Absolute TV show eventually, or like animated or live action movie, and these will really skyrocket. But I'm buying it for me. I'm not buying it to sell. I'm just saying I'm buying it now in case later it skyrockets in price. So I wouldn't be able to get it, or just couldn't justify it. I want to say a huge thank you. This was such an unexpectedly fun vlog. I didn't do that much, especially compared to other stuff. Just basically woke up way too late, had Dunkin' Donuts, met my dad to get my money from work, went straight to the comic book shop, straight home. But the amount that I ended up with, don't get me wrong, it was a little pricey. I think it ended up being like a little over 100, which if you ask me, for all that stuff is worth it every time. Although I'm not gonna do $100 every new comic book day. These last 2 were kind of anomalies. It's usually like 80 max or less. But I really enjoyed it. I can't really put it to words. So thank you guys again for tuning in to another vlog. If you like the fish stuff and some of the other stuff I do, please let me know down below. I'm not just seeking validation. These are for you guys as much as they're for me. So if they're a hindrance, if you don't really want to see it and you want to just see the comments, I mean, I guess you could always skip. But if it's actually like a little highlight of the video, just something you like to check in with, I'd be more than happy to show you. But besides that, thank you so much for stopping by. If you want any other videos, there's my nice outro that my editor Grim made for me after that. You can check out some of the other ones. And just thank you. Make sure to check out my other socials down below in the beacon. And yeah, thank you guys so much.